And so you faded away, just like me.
What is a midlife crisis? Firstly, what is a midlife crisis?
How are you?
We've got to where we want to in our careers. We're married, we have families. It's like we've achieved all these things, yet somehow you feel something's missing. It's just that realization of, shit, we are on the downslope, so we've got to do something and quick.
Yeah. Wow, it's gusting and vaulting.
So it all started where?
Yeah, at the cricket, at test match cricket, Newlands, beers.
Too many beers.
And smashed, and just, I was late getting home, and we just realized, we're 40, we need a purpose again,
We kind of woke up with hangovers and came to the realization we really need to do something more with our lives. Drinking beer is great, but it's time to move on.
We wanted exercise, and needed to fucking get our teeth sunken into something, When you were a lighty, you saw yourself on the field as an extraordinary person or doing an extraordinary thing. And you slowly realize that actually it's not just going to come to you. You have to go and get it.
Guys, we're going to do this! Yeah! We're going to go there, we're going to win! So as kids, each of us played cricket, rugby, soccer, football, whatever, and those sports are all great. The problem was that I'd picked sports to play where there were just so many other people who were involved in that. And what we needed was a sport that was more appropriate to our talents. And when I say that, I mean a sport that no one else played. And so by picking fistball, it meant that we were automatically the best in South Africa.
What is fistball?
Fistball is the world's oldest team sport. I must look at you, not there, right? Around that time, I'd bumped into my brother in Australia, and they had just started Australia's first fistball league. And I'm like, what on earth is fistball? And they gave me the story about how it's the world's oldest sport, and it's really, really good fun, and that we should really think about registering a league in South Africa. So we downloaded a copy of the instructions off the internet. We took the poles off Justin's camper van, and we set up a net, and we drew up a very rough approximation of what we thought would be a court. And I dragged a whole lot of friends, colleagues, people from work, and said, all right, let's have a game. Fistball, rules of the game. General concept. Let's go straight to the general concept. 2 teams consisting of 5 players each play against each other on a court which is divided into 2 halves by a marked line and a net or rope at the height of 2 meters. For men, 1.9 for women. So ladies.
Leif came to me with a big grin on his face. He had this idea of fistball that his brother was playing in Australia, and he told me tales of glory and, epic fisting action.
If the ball hits the net, the post, the central line, touches the ground outside the court, immediately after block, I don't know what that means, obviously important. Within each half, the ball may be hit once by a player. It may not be hit more than often than 3 times altogether, and it may not touch the ground more than once before each blow. So you can hit it to you can hit it to you, who hits over the net, and it can bounce each time. Shall we just have a crack at it? And we had our first game, and I'd have to say we were pretty lousy.
Shocking.
And then we decided Friday afternoons we'd start playing.
Are we going?
We're going.
So this is the pitch where it's all started. From our infant steps as fistballers.
We have a 1 month permit. We have to renew this every single month. Let us keep the other stuff under wraps.
Why do we need a permit?
Well, dude, to put up these poles. This is the only place that we can be. Because there's focal irrigation and whatnot.
I contacted the International Fistball Association, who are based in Austria. We dropped them an email and said, guys, we're really keen to start the South African League. And they embraced us with open arms. They're like, you're in. We'd love to have you. By the way, the World's Men's Championships is in Argentina in November 2015. And we're like, there's a goal. Fistball is a world games sport, so it's all the sports that aren't quite making it to the Olympics. So you realise that the guys playing this sport are proper athletes, not a bunch of old geezers like us going out there hitting the ball around. We needed to make a name for ourselves, and you can't just go there and say, hi, I'm Leif, I play fistball. So we all rechristened ourselves with appropriate fistball names. So I became Dr. Strangeglove.
Dr. Strangeglove, what did we get up to today?
Before fistball.
No man, there is no before fistball.
Each of us created fistball personas, as do World Federation wrestlers and other top league athletes. And I think the personas helped us to kind of create a bit of a brand name around who we were and what we were doing.
Oh, my head right in the fucking hell. I'm Dr. Strangeglove, but I play fistball.
Mr. Mischievous, Andrew Reid, he's also a very solid, reliable player. Athletic, keeps up with the ball, keeps the game going, motivates, serves very well in the centre of the field, and I think he's got a lot to offer the game.
I'm Andrew, Mr. Mischievous, and I work as an environmental anthropologist, and I play fistball.
Nabil, the extremist, still some issues around ball control. You won't like me saying that.
I'm extremist and I'm always on the attack.
I so filmed that, Nabil. The team player of note is Rory Hotballs Liederman, team enforcer. He's quite a special creature, is Rory.
I'm Hotballs Moerfist.
Bit angrier, please.
I'm Hotballs Moerfist. It is South Africa's brand new sport. Fistball. It's like freaking volleyball on steroids, bruh. Except it's bloody better.
Counterfist, Anthony Matete. Bit slow off the blocks, but when he's hot, and when he's firing, he's ready to rock and roll.
It's a game that requires quick thinking. I also used to play volleyball. That's why I love it.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick. He's the dinosaur of the squad, the grandfather of South African fistball. He's also a little bit of a dark horse.
Everybody had a fistball name. You know,
And
if you played, you had a name.
Yeah, and your hierarchy in life, how much you earned, your job, where you were socially,
Status,
was irrelevant.
Except you missed.
And I think the really amazing thing that I learned from fistball was about how we brought together this group of people who are not well socially linked, and we all played together, and we all were equals on the field, and we all were as crap as each other.
Got it? Fantastic.
You
No, why do
You said because I'm going down.
No, you run on your ball.
Just go for the ball. What happened? I got out the way.
And I mean, you know, the great thing with cell phones, took some pictures, uploaded them, created a Facebook page. We started interacting with the International Fistball Association and the community. And they saw us and they sent us balls. They really embraced what we were doing, and it just started sort of growing momentum from there.
Fistball! 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 Sorry, what? Fistball! 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 Fistball!
Lola, can you say fistball?
No.
They embraced us with open arms. They were like, guys, we're so psyched to have another African team in the league. We'd love to have you play. And then as time rolled by, then we got the invitation. Would you guys like to come to Argentina and represent your country? And it was like, for a bunch of old torpies like us, it was a great opportunity to do so. And for me, at a personal level, the opportunity to play against Australia and beat my own brother at his game was a worthy cause. We set ourselves a vision. We're going to go and play fistball for South Africa. We are going to be the national team. So we came up with a league, we came up with teams, we organised fixtures, we did lots of training. It was a real process around making that happen. I mean, getting 50, 60 people to come and play a sport on a Saturday, plus all the other people who come, the friends, the fans, the hangers-on. This is a real process. And through that process, we came to realise playing a game is only maybe 25% of what's required to actually get to the end of the road. And to make it happen that we could go and play at an international fixture, we came to a realisation quite early we had a huge amount of work to do. And it became a project.
We got Kaapse Fisters.
The Gold Fisters.
North Beach Knuckle Dusters.
I'm a chicken dust. Fist of Fury. Are you fucking kidding me? And last but not least, the guys that tour the Cape. Everyone tours. What am I thinking of?
Start again.
No fucking way, mate.
So we got our act together and we said, right, how are we going to do it? And we played and we trained and we had various local events. Trophies were awarded and much beer was consumed and people were really excited. We had a really, really good event.
None of us maybe would really have anticipated at the beginning where we've got to now. We've hosted 3 tournaments, the last one in a big stadium. We had over 100 fans there to watch us. I think the remarkable thing for me has been how the sport's really brought different people together from very different backgrounds. And I don't think I've seen a single person come and play with us who hasn't left extremely excited and asking me, Andrew, when are we playing again? They're eager for more. Really now we've got our sights set on a massive goal. We're heading out for the World Championship in Cordoba, Argentina. Many of us, well, none of us have a background as professional athletes. We're just kind of a collection of average Joes, but our story is anything but average.
Because the Springbok had been taken for the rugby team and the Proteas had been taken for the cricket, we kind of felt, well, the only other options were the galjoen, which is the national fish, or the yellowwood, which is a tree. And I've never heard of a sports team named after a tree, so we thought, right, we'll give you the fish. And the galjoen is a very important fish in South Africa because it's indigenous to this country, and also it's famed amongst fishermen for its fighting qualities. And we thought, well, you don't get a better fistball mascot than a fish. So we came up with the motto, we need you guys to help these fish kick ass.
The mighty galjoens are South Africa's national fistball squad. The galjoen is South Africa's national fish, and it's very famous for kicking ass and fighting.
How does a fish kick ass if it hasn't got
The guys playing this sport are proper athletes. You've got players like a guy called Patrick Thomas, who's the best fistballer alive today, and it's probably one of the best fistballers ever seen.
Patrick Thomas!
As time progressed towards the World Cup, each one of us really wanted to up our game because we just wanted to try and do the best we could. You know, we knew we weren't the best, but we just really, we weren't going out for a laugh. We were going to laugh and play hard.
And it meant that everyone changed from like having a chuckle to like, all right, this is real now.
We were running.
Yeah, running. I was doing a lot of like push-ups, sit-ups. Yeah, no, it was a considerable effort.
Down and up, down, up, down, up.
As much as we're going to go and have fun and it's going to be the lads enjoying themselves, it was also like, come on guys, we're going to make this happen. And we're going to go there and we're going to do our best.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever heard of it, anyone can play. And it doesn't matter how good or bad you are, because no one understands just what it takes to get to the top. We captured a lot of the games on camera. We post lots of stuff on social media. We used the media attention we got. And we then did a crowdfunding campaign to raise the money to go to Argentina.
With your help, we're going to Argentina this year to take on the world at the World Men's Fistball Championships.
What?
Fistball has brought us all together.
Alone was enough? Useless.
To represent South Africa.
Can you do it with a bit more anger?
What? How angry do you want me, dude?
You'll be bloody angry because
I can't be angry all the time.
We need your support because the sports minister has blocked us on Twitter.
It's almost like the World Cup.
It is the World Cup.
It's a fucking World Cup.
You look like you've been playing sport. That's excellent.
I'm Knopkiri.
We've created a special brew, fist splits.
Our national team need your support.
To develop a sport that we've never had before. Who knows, we may end up in the Olympics.
No, because it's not an Olympic sport.
Fuck it, if it does become.
The final ingredient that we need is cash.
With your help, we can make this happen. We will get there.
during our process of fundraising, a way to get attention for ourselves was to insult Patrick Thomas, the world's greatest fistballer, on the internet through YouTube and Facebook and whatever else.
Watch out, Deutschland! Südafrika kommt für Sie! Wer ist dieser Patrick Thomas? Die mächtige Meisterschaft! Denk nach! Patrick Thomas, I'm coming for you!
We've been able to directly threaten the world's greatest living fistballer, which has been a bit of a highlight, I think, and get a response from him, which has been even better.
South Africa, we're gonna kick your ass. See you in Argentina.
And we had a visit from an Austrian fistballer, a guy called Helmut, who was an outstanding human being and gave us a lot of inspiration. Came and played with us for a full day, did a lot of work on people's technique, how you play, how you set up. And we went from being a bunch of guys who just kind of like murdered the ball around the field to actually trying to use some tactics.
Please ask that question again.
I'd just like to know, did you see anything today that looked remotely cool? That's all.
Remotely cool?
Remotely cool. Like awesome.
Good play.
Anything?
No.
Never ever.
Nothing.
I like the videos on the Facebook.
What do you think of this new game, fistball, you know? Do you think it'll work for the farmers in Beaufort West?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
No, there's no brandy and coke in it.
Brandy and coke, I'm sure.
People would say, so what's this fistball? And you would explain it to them and say, no, we've got a goal, we're going to go to Argentina. And 90% of people would go, okay, that's quite random. The other 10% would go, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
So, hot boys, what you gonna do this afternoon?
Me, I'm gonna go and clap a fistball around at Weinberg Park.
Why do you play fistball?
Because it's like the bestest sport in the world.
Hot boys, when you were a kid and when you growing up, did you want to play fistball?
Well, you know what, when you're growing up, you don't always know what you want to do, so I'm going to say yes. I just didn't know back then. But yes, I always wanted to play fistball.
Yeah. And Max, when you grow up, do you want to play fistball?
Yes.
And Max, what's your fistball name going to be? You don't know?
I've got one for you.
Maxi Fist. Magnum Fist.
Something like that.
Festivus Maximus.
Festivus Maximus. Cool. So you also want to be a galjoen when you get bigger?
Yes.
We didn't just want to be known as a sport that almost went to a World Cup or almost did this or almost did that. We really wanted to do it.
And we did it. We carried it off. We're on our way to Argentina. Considering the context, how far we've come, we've had to raise our own money, we've had to really work hard to understand the rules and understand the game, and the fact that a lot of us really have no idea what it is that we're doing. We're as well prepared as you can expect. Bring it on.
A group of fistball enthusiasts from Cape Town are proving dreams can come true. In fact, this motley crew is off to Argentina to compete in the Fistball World Championships.
Then as we started preparing for the World Men's Championships, then the media start phoning and we getting interviews on TV.
South Africa's fistballers are proving that there's hope yet for the wannabe sports person.
For us, it's been a real eye-opener, getting in, establishing a league, becoming a legal entity, trying to get recognised. It's been a real process, and we're really keen to grow and develop the sport in South Africa because we've had such amazing fun.
We got 2 national newspaper reports, kind of double-page spreads of all of us athletic-looking fistballers under the headline "Real Men Play Fistball."
Yeah.
I think at this point we're feeling quietly confident about our chances against the teams in our pool.
This week things have gotten real. We've gotten our tickets, we stepped up our training, and overall we're just ready, waiting, counting the days until we get to play on the pitch on that side.
Yeah! It's pretty nerve-wracking. We just spent the equivalent of about 90,000 rands on airfares a couple of days ago, and there's no going back now.
So I think it's quite refreshing now to be in the stage where we bought the tickets, it's all on, and we can focus a lot more on playing.
And the whole team, it took a whole lot of us to actually make it happen, including many people who didn't make it to Argentina as well. The botanifist, Rupert, he's a big loss to us. He would have been really great to have on board.
When's the baby due?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
Seriously? Is today the day?
Yeah.
Wow. The bun is ready to come out the oven.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's awesome. I'm sorry you're not coming with us to Argentina.
The big concern I have now is the concern around Anthony and his passport. Passport has not arrived, and we're ready to go. We've bought him a ticket. If he hasn't got a passport, I don't quite know how we're going to work that one out.
There's this crisis that the Department of Home Affairs has not issued me with a passport. I'll not sit back, I'll just support my colleagues, and I'll be sulking at home.
Yeah, and the guys who are going to Argentina, the final squad are myself, Dr. Strangeglove, Mr. Fisgivius here, Rory Hotballs Liederman, Nabil the Extremifist, Justin Fistpatrick, and last but not least, the mysterious Breakfast, who announced at the very final moments that he would too be coming with us. That was good. That was really good. I think one of the things we learned about galjoens is that fish swim better in schools. They don't swim well on their own. And when fish swim together in a school, they can achieve a lot more. And I think that was the real kind of the cry for us was like, as a group of individuals, if you want to be a galjoen, you have to swim with the team.
Viva Fistball South Africa, viva!
We need the ancestors on our side.
To make our fist strong.
To make our fist strong.
Are you going to be strong?
We are going to be strong.
I'm promising.
Yeah, no, we are very hopeful because we have not trained so hard.
Our uniforms are being blessed with love.
Yay!
Right there is the national fistball team making their way to Argentina to conquer the fucking world.
We're in Argentina. That's 18 blocks, so.
What was it like arriving in Argentina? I mean, geez, your dream has now been realized. It's nuts. What is it like when you guys arrive there?
In the beginning, I mean, it was quite surreal because people knew who we were, and
we had no idea the kind of impact we'd made, and I think that for us was fantastic.
Getting better. We write the names there, South Africa.
And like people came up to us and they're like, "We know all about you," and it's like, wow, that's quite impressive.
¿Nos pueden regalar su campera?
¿Cómo?
Si nos pueden regalar su campera, ¿me la pueden dar a mí?
No.
Escenario natural de este evento. Fuerte un aplauso para esta provincia tan argentina que tenemos, que recibe a tanta gente. Más de 2.500 personas de
That's our flag up there.
When your 6-year-old son tells his friends at school, "My dad's in Argentina playing for the World Cup," yeah, pretty bloody awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you from around the world, from 14 different countries. They are here celebrating.
Psychologically, we were completely off the wall. I think no one really understood where on earth we were coming from and how we came to be who we were.
Really? Anything you want to say about your upcoming defeat to South Africa?
I don't understand the words you just used.
And that's how we're going to fuck them up.
But we were totally appreciated for what we were. And that for me was really striking. For a very old school sport that's quite conservative and not played in non-German countries, for this bunch of kind of weird dudes to just rock up and quite obviously have had a laugh the whole way from the process of when they began to get into the World Champs.
Señoras y señores, República Sudafricana ingresa al campo de juego.
there's a lot of guys amongst our sort of friends of friends that talk about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but it never materialized. We set a goal, we fucking did it. We got there.
That's the first appearance, and they are from Cape Town, from Kaptan. This is Soul Hoover.
Running onto a field and lining up for the national anthem and having a commentator like introduce you to a crowd of people. It's fucking like a rock star. Just was an epic moment in our life, you know.
You winning?
Yeah.
So if I can ask again, what would you say South Africa's chances are of performing well at the World Men's Championships in Argentina?
Yes, I see in your face, it's a funny asking.
White pants, I see you got white pants. White pants, I wanna see your pants.
Just arrived for the opening day of the Fistball Men's World Championship. As you can see, some cracks showing already on day one. Rock hard. So the bounce will be true, but players going down for any dives, low balls, it's going to take a real toll on the body. I walked into the loo and saw complete
and utter chaos in the bowl there, and it made me realise that everybody else is cucking themselves just as much.
I must say I shat myself. It was full on, eh? These dudes are like serving the ball over the net, and you're just like, oh my hat.
White pants, I see you got white pants. White pants, I wanna see your pants. Take me to the bedroom, tie me to the chair. Take me to your garden, you can take me.
Looks like we're in for a world of pain, gents.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, exactly.
I'm actually a little bit nervous, ironically. I don't quite know why. Should we be nervous? No. Because we were all in the bottom league, so we were all the bottom ranked teams. So it was a bit more low key.
Quite a crap pitch.
The pitch was not ideal, and a bit of stone and stuff around.
Okay, guys, it's game on. The dream team have arrived.
We welcome the referees and the fans. Mighty Highlands!
So yeah, that first game was tough. It really was.
First 10 point, Pakistan.
Today was a tough day.
We were at the border to Namibia, back.
That's like full meaty goodness there.
International sporting stardom is not for sissies.
Quite remarkable how quickly the games go. It's being on the field and in the action, it's very intense. Really positive going into this Australian clash, which is really, if we're honest, what it's all about. You know, doing our best to smash the Aussies.
The godfather of fistball in Australia and the godfather of fistball in South Africa, both are here.
We're gonna swing hard. We're gonna swing very hard. Because Australians better watch out.
Beating South Africa is just a feather in our cap.
Who would you like to see win?
I think it's a brother fight.
That's it. Oh yes!
Fist on here. Fist. This plastic ball, Australia and South Africa.
So we played Pakistan, we played Australia, we played Colombia. We lost all those games.
Australia wins this game to South Africa.
Thank you, South Africa, for a fantastic
We then
game.
played them again the following day, and we lost all those games again. The next round we played against the Czech Republic, and we played against Switzerland.
It's Switzerland and South Africa!
And I must say, the Swiss destroyed us. They utterly destroyed us. We got like 1 or 2 points in every set, I think.
Yeah, if that.
If that. We were smashed by the Swiss. And I think we didn't disgrace ourselves at all. We went there, we weren't very good, we knew that. We still worked hard, we trained, we prepared, we did what we could to kind of like make it happen. We still lost every game.
We were knackered, but we definitely put up greater fights.
Strange Glove, I see you seem to have some red and white war paint on your jowls there. Can you tell us from whence that came?
It's the blood of our victims.
Ah, yes.
Which are ourselves. Yes. Mighty Italians!
the level of athleticism required was substantial. I think more so than we possibly appreciated in some respects. And I think also more so than we were actually capable of giving. You know, these blokes are 40 and you're playing against a 22-year-old team. So the German team's average age was like 22 or 23. Our team's average age was 38. So straight away it was hard work for us.
Are you recording this guy?
Mighty Galyon! Mighty Galyon! Mighty Galyon!
Yeah! We're playing the Aussies for the 3rd time tomorrow. It's the most important game because it's a ranking game. Feeling good because we're going to smash them. Hard.
Ranking from what to what?
From last and not last.
Do it.
Can you give them a large? Because these bitches are gonna need it tomorrow.
Take the comfort food, bitch.
We could potentially place higher than the Aussies who have been playing this for a bit longer than us.
I think I'm going to end it there and then close with a pan across to Mr. Fischivius playing with his balls.
Big orange balls.
Dia final aqui entre Sudáfrica e Australia.
Then our final game was against Australia. It was a placement game, and we were battling against Australia, who for 13th or 14th place.
Here is the coach, the team manager, and also the player. Welcome and thanks a lot for your work for Fistball. Live, Peterson!
The biggest, most difficult thing beyond the athleticism was the mental willpower that one needed to hold together to play the game. So you would hit a ball and it would go out, and the weight of the world would sit on your shoulders, or the weight of South Africa would sit on your shoulders. And it was like, I stuffed that up. Oh my God, I've let the team down. And psychologically, like being able to get back up on the horse and ride again was very, very difficult. And it took a huge amount of work amongst all of us to kind of keep pushing each other up, keep building each other up, and not to be negative, and mostly negative on oneself.
Yeah.
And that was really, really difficult. Yeah. And we all had good days, we all had bad games.
No, we didn't have any conflict amongst ourselves other than with ourselves.
Due to the great defense of Live Peterson, South Africa gets this point.
But we pushed them hard.
Yeah.
We pushed them hard, eh?
Yeah. It was still 3-0, but
every set was like close to tiebreakers. We made them work very, very hard.
Yeah.
And I think we didn't disgrace ourselves at all.
That's it, Australia wins this game. But congratulations and a big applause for both teams. Place 14, it's South Africa.
At the very end, when we stood up on stage with like South Africa, 14th place, and they awarded us with our trophy, and the audience kind of goes wild, as an audience does. And then they came up and they gave us 3 World Cup fistballs, and they said, guys, we're giving you these because we'll be expecting you at the Men's World Championships in Switzerland in 2019.
Bring them to South Africa and bring them back in 4 years to Switzerland when we hopefully will see you again.
It was the icing on the cake. It really was. It was fantastic. And I think that was for me a real highlight. It was a real sense of acceptance.
Big applause to the mighty Galleons, the team South Africa!
I really still can't quite believe that we've made it happen. But I guess for me this whole experience is just a reminder that if you set your heart and your mind on something, really anything is possible.
Everything I do is with these bunch of guys. We made all of this work simply by believing in ourselves and each other. Fuck, we represent South Africa.
Thanks especially to my teammates, to all the people back home that actually felt we could do it. And a special thanks to my one and only captain for allowing me to be here, because without his help I wouldn't have made it here. Thank you, Lev. Yeah, and I'm not gonna cry.
Whilst we didn't win anything at the World Champs, everyone was winners, and I think that's really been awesome. What a bravo for fistball.
Makes it all the sweeter at being 40, you know? The silver fox.
Yeah, the silver fox. Our Patrick Thomas.
And finally, the shirt fits Patrick.
If the shirt fits, wear it.
Great, so you come back every year for the next 10, 20, 30 years. South Africa is with us.
One would like to think so. We're going to work at it. Fistball taught me that there's a niche for everyone, and the world is a very big place. So you can find something out there that is going to float your boat and work for you. If you put hard work in and you're strategic, you pick the right choices and you think about what you're doing and you plan, you can actually achieve anything. And it's like, yeah, we did play sport for South Africa, and we didn't necessarily play the biggest sport or the most lucrative sport, but we did it. And to see that, my kids, what they got out of it, to see what my colleagues got out of it, to see what I got out of it, it's like, wow, that was really fantastic. It really was a highlight of my life. And I came out the doors of the airport pushing the trolley with all bag luggage and stuff on it. And my wife and kids were all there, and a couple of friends and whatever, all waving South African flags, and they were all cheering, and I was the dude they were cheering at. That was pretty cool, I must say. For once in my life, I was that dude. A little bit of ego there, but that was pretty awesome, I must say. Yeah, I don't think it'll be happening again. Sport is an incredible unifier. It brings people together, and I think now more than ever South Africa needs as much of these things going as possible.
I feel like for me, I'm never going to top the experience I had, and it's also time for younger guys to have an opportunity. You know? From nothing to 14th best in the world. I'm pretty proud of that. The fistball is really important for South Africa because it's part of helping us grow as a country. It's accessible, it's easy to play, it's a real opportunity for many people who otherwise would not get the opportunity to do what we've been able to achieve. If somebody has a dream, no matter where they're from, they can achieve it through fistball. It's a sport without an ego, and how rare is that?
3, 2, 1!
That was so awesome.
There we go.
That was so mighty. It was so mighty.